office, not by the sovereign mandate of the people.
The people.
In my local language, they'll call it Rais Kojolo. Dennis will understand. In Kiswahili, it will be something close to Rais wa kushikilia.
Okay.
Because we are going through a transition.
Acting. Yeah.
So you are just holding on.
The holding brief
for the people of Kenya to facilitate the transition into a newly donated sovereign will of the people.
People may ignore this, Wakili, as, you know, watu wanapiga kelele, kotini wanaongea vile wanataka. But we don't, it's actually quite a serious thing because we're talking about what the Constitution says and what the law says, that it's a little bit more serious than we might give credit here at this point, where somebody says, because we're met with chagrin and we say, are you kidding? How can we possibly have an election in 24 hours? Before you even start to look at the brick and mortar of it, the thought or the acknowledgement, consideration of how serious this is doesn't pass the minds of very many people, the IEBC being included. The elected members of parliament, the elected governors, elected senators don't take this into consideration because it's like, okay, that's nice. The court in Malindi said something. That's great. So what?
You know, the challenge that we face in our country is that people don't take seriously the provisions of Article 3.
Yeah.
And Kenyans have to make a decision if you want to be a country of the rule of law or a country of legacy politicians. Because in my reading of the Constitution, we need to amend our minds. The only amendment we need in this country at this point is an amendment of the mind, not amendment of the Constitution. Amend your mind to remove it from your hiccups of the old, to start reading and applying this Constitution as it provides. And in amending your mind, the first amendment you're going to do is you must delete, Control-Alt-Delete, Section 9 of the former Constitution, which are specifically provided for a 5-year term for President and members of Parliament. Control-Alt-Delete, that provision was, the Committee of Experts and the Kenyan people were aware of it. Because it was in the Constitution, the old one, when they were drafting. They decided to put it on the side, discard it. We don't need it anymore. And they said, we are going to tie your term in office to the election cycle and proceed to define for you the election cycle.
Okay. So, I'm sorry, Wakili, please. These elected members of parliament, when they're taking office, they swear to abide by the Constitution, isn't it? So that would require an understanding of and, you know, an acknowledgement of what the Constitution says. It seems to me a pretty serious indictment on anybody who is in that position, who does not understand that even the term that you're serving, what you think is going to be 5 years, was in an old Constitution and that you're not living that today. It seems as though it's much more than that you shouldn't be in office. It's a deeper understanding that who essentially is in these positions in which they are elected, and do they have a full understanding of what it means to be in elected office.
That's true. In fact, I was talking to a serving senator, soon to be former senator of a county. And it was sad that what he said was, when I was elected, I knew I was going to serve for 5 years. And that we should adopt a purposive interpretation of the Constitution. And I asked him, what do you mean by purposive interpretation? So you want us to read the Constitution to satisfy your own personal interest?